Homa Bay oye! Homa Bay oye! Poka winjo Homa Bay oye! To Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, and all Cabinet Secretaries who are here, including the Prime Cabinet Secretary, to our leader, Raila Amolo Odinga, to Min Piny Nyawang'aya, gi jotelo duto mochopo kae. Atimo mos ahinya, nachopo ka weche mang'eny osewachi, to an bende an kodu e wechego duto mosewachi. Adwa nanuoyo mana kapok aloso kuom Phoebe ni an orengo nyatieng'a ngima, an orengo kidi. Onge kama dhiye, kore ka roch barach. I want to say a few words because this is a very solemn occasion. This lady here, I can say honestly, if we trace back to the movement for human rights and talking about women's rights being human rights, Phoebe Asiyo was ahead of her time. She started that struggle before independence and continued with it. I can say that I'm one of the few people who are privileged to have served with Phoebe Asiyo in Parliament. At the time when Phoebe was first elected in Parliament, it was a very difficult time for women leaders to be in Parliament. I know now Homa Bay has taken the lead. We have more women elected in Homa Bay County more than anywhere else. And this is a great testimony to Phoebe Asiyo. I knew at the time when Phoebe used to take up very serious issues in Parliament. The Parliament at that time, those who were there with me at that time, there were so many male charlatans, many male chauvinists, and many male misogynists, and would not entertain women being leaders in Parliament. And for that matter, I honor her and I thank the state for giving her such a wonderful send-off. But one thing that I wanted to say in conclusion, there's a trend in Kenya where we are very shy at rewarding heroes. We remember them when they die. But when we think about their role, particularly those who have fought very hard for independence in this country, they have not given their rightful place in the nation called Kenya. If you think of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, who said, no Kenyatta, no Uhuru without Kenyatta. But as we speak today, there is no national monument in Nairobi named after Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. And that is a trend in this nation that we must correct. In this county, I can tell you, without fear of contradiction, the person who brought UNEP to Kenya is Odero Joy. There's a time when you had any leader coming from abroad, the first person they would ask you about is Odero Joy. We have all forgotten about Odero Joy. So I ask the leadership that are here, let us try to remember our leaders who have fought for hard, including Tom Mboya, I'm very unhappy that Mboya's monuments are only here in Homa Bay. Mboya should have been named a big thing in Nairobi. And Mboya played a significant role. So I hope that with this new spirit that is coming up, this new committee that is going to look into issues of those who are assaulted or suffered during the demonstrations, that this is a new awakening, that Kenya is a democratic nation that believes in human rights. Thank you very much. Erokamano
Nyatieng. Allow me now to invite Her Excellency Canon Dr. Ida Betty Odinga Minping. Karibu Minping. To Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, the leadership of the church, the family, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, amoso nukwe uru, okwe uru. God is good all the times. That is his nature. Now, as I stand here, you can see I've been escorted by great women of Kenya. I'm sure they were introduced earlier on, and therefore I don't need to introduce them again. But I'm happy. Today, we've come to celebrate life. We've come to celebrate the life of Mama Phoebe Asiyo. Mama Phoebe Asiyo is somebody who is known and who was loved by most of us. Maybe I say all of us. When I was young, mineka urukwe matin. Wabro wacho kata gi dholuo bro winjo bende. As we were growing up, we used to look up to Mama Phoebe Asiyo. And we used to say that when I grow up, I would like to be like Mama Phoebe Asiyo. Now, some of us are grown up now, but I don't know whether we are like her or not. Mama Phoebe Asiyo was an icon. Mama Phoebe Asiyo was a role model. Mama Phoebe Asiyo was the first in many fields. We learned a lot from Mama Phoebe Asiyo. I know everybody has got something to say, personal relation with Mama Phoebe. Let me just tell you something. At the event of multi-party in 1990, 91, 92, I had not met Mama Phoebe Asiyo personally, though I was a great admirer of Mama Phoebe. And one time, you know, that's the time when things happen. So many things were happening. For those who don't know, I became jobless, and I decided to go and work in the office of the opposition leader and the opposition leader at that time was none other than my father-in-law, Jaramogi Odinga. So as I was working as an office manager and everything in that office, one day he called me around 10:30 and he told me, "Can you go and get for me Nyagoro? I want to have lunch today with Nyagoro." Now, Nyagoro is another name for Mama Phoebe Asiyo. I had no idea who was Nyagoro. I kept on asking people, who is Nyagoro? And Mzee wants me to bring Nyagoro here in 2 hours' time. When I went round, there was one confidant of Jaramogi called Luko Bok, told me that is Phoebe Asiyo. Then I said, where on earth would I find Phoebe? He gave me the number, and I called Phoebe, and Phoebe came, and that was the first time I met Phoebe, and that was the beginning of my relationship with Phoebe. It was a great meeting. At that time, Phoebe was doing many things, but I took Phoebe as my personal mentor. And anything that I was doing, I would consult with Mama Phoebe. And one of the things that we did, I was advised at that particular time that I should start a women organizations, because you know that's the time, sorry to say this, that's the time I was in many problems. I was a teacher, I asked the NAT to help me to sort out my problems. NAT said that is political, we cannot help you. I went to Maendeleo ya Wanawake, and suddenly Maendeleo ya Wanawake had become KANU Maendeleo ya Wanawake, so they could not help me. But I was advised by none other than Professor Nyang' Nyong'o, who you have just been here, to start an organization that represents women in Kenya from all spheres and all political parties. And we started the League of Kenya Women Voters. And Mama Phoebe Asiyo was the advisor. And you know, for the first time, in the election that was carried out in 1992, had many women. All those women had passed through the League of Kenya Women Voters. And that's how it opened the work. Now, in 1995, there was the Beijing conference, which brought about the 1/3 gender rule. Many people did not understand what it was all about. And still, today, we, the women of Kenya, we are still working towards the 1/3 gender rule. I think the only county that has reached that level is Homa Bay County, which has 50% leadership in politics. Now, having said that, we did many things with Mama Phoebe. There was a time when Mama Phoebe asked me that her son, Caesar, wanted to marry, and asked me to mobilize women so that we go to Kabarnet to ask for Connie's hand to marry Caesar. And I collected many women. I think out here, what I can see here, I think it's only Ivo Bara who was with us. There were many others. There was Felgono Kundi. There was Felgona Momanyi. There were many others. And we went there, and we sweet-talked to the people of Kabarnet. It also happened that I was born in Kabarnet, so it was easy to talk to my people in Kabarnet to allow us. I'm being told it's almost time. So we did that. Mama Phoebe story cannot be told in a day. Jothurwa. Sigand Mama Phoebe bor. To wabro romo chieng' moro. Wabro romo. Mondo ywag Mama Phoebe di maber. Mondo ywage maber. Mondo wach weche duto mwadwa wacho. Mondo anene kwa nyalo bedo. Nwa nyalo follow. Wanyalo luwo bang' Mama Phoebe maber. Mondo anene kwa nyalo medo. Joma mine e telo mar pinyni. Aneno kuyiego erokamano. Koro kwatieko. Alamo mana Nyasaye mondo ket chuny Mama Phoebe kama ber e polo malo nyaka chieng' moro rom kode nikech thought is a must. Ok wanyal stope. Gima tin go erokamano kuom biro mondo akaw nya goro ka wuodhe mogik e pinyni. Erokamano mad Nyasaye gwedhu. You finished, eh?
Aya, erokamano ahinya min piny. Thank you so much. Wapamne min piny kodok. Asante sana. Your Excellency,